So you feeling good now enough to return?
Yeah.
You have a lot of experience coming back from this injury mid-season. Does that help you do this again?
Yeah, most definitely. Been through it before, understand the process, the rehab process, and how I felt last time. So um, we try to gauge this situation against that one and see where I am. But it's good that I went through it before.
Kevin, curious just how you feeling right now, knowing that you're about to play again.
I feel great. I've been looking forward to getting this opportunity to play again. It's been a long time. I was having fun out there before I got injured, so looking forward to going out there and picking up where I left off. And well, I know it ain't going to be that smooth. I know it's going to take me some time to get used to everything early on, but as far as just having fun and just getting lost in the game, I'm looking forward to doing that again.
What are things that you know you can bring right away, and what are things just for going through practice? It may take a little while to get.
Just my versatility. I know that can help me in a lot of different areas on both ends of the court. Being able to shoot the ball from different areas of the floor can help me, even if I might not know every small subtlety in the play. I can still try to figure it out. Just about movement and stuff. And guys been great at integrating me in all the sets and having a long practice so we can figure some stuff out. So it's been fun. I'm looking forward to try to, get translate that over to the floor and see how we can keep building.
What have you learned in watching just about this team, sitting there watching and taking it all in? What have you learned?
Just great enthusiasm for the game. Everybody just, if a problem arises, everybody talking about it. It was not simmering or lingering over for too long, and that's always a good thing. But the energy of the group stands out the most, just how enthused everybody is when they come to the gym, and that's refreshing.
You've got some chemistry with Devin from playing in the past. Do you feel like that helps you?
Yeah. I mean, it was a different setting, different game plan. But when you got guys that are veterans in the league and high IQ, you can figure it out.
Chris says he just likes to hoop, and you just like to hoop. He says that a lot. Can you take us behind that a little bit about just hooping and showing up and just playing?
I just think we just all like showing up. I mean, everybody loves hoop here. Everybody loves hoop in the league, I think. It's not nothing special that we do. It's just that we just enjoy coming to work. And I think everybody has that. A lot of people in this league have that trait.
You've experienced pretty much everything you can in your career in the league, but getting traded mid-season is new.
Yeah.
Relocating your whole life, thousands of miles.
Yeah.
How has that been?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I got a lot of experience in the league, and I've built a lot up for myself. So the transition was a little easier than it would have been, let's say, 10 years ago or so. But, it was a quick turnaround. Everything happened so fast. But the game is the constant thing, and I just try to keep, stick with that. I was going to the facility every day, so it felt like home regardless of me just being there. So the basketball, just the energy around the game just kept it normal for me.
Your teammates have said that they've noticed that you're putting in a lot of work. I mean, that's what you're known for. But have you even gone over?
No, I'm just going through my routine. I mean, I was injured, so I didn't want to, I'm there a little earlier than guys. I'm staying a little later. I'm, some stuff that I would not do if I wasn't injured, I'm doing now. So that's probably what you see. But once the game starts and I start playing and get a routine and everything get back to normal, then, they'll see a different routine, So it's just all about adapting and figuring out what's best for me.
Kevin, obviously the process of getting to this point where you're meeting with coach, you're going over film, you're doing all that stuff, how important has those days been leading up to right now?
It's been key. Just getting comfortable with everybody has been key. Just getting to know all the guys on and off the floor, having conversations with everybody about just what they see out there has been cool. And the conversation's going to be ongoing. I'm still learning. We're still learning each other. And every rep is important, so looking forward to it tomorrow.
When you're watching the games from the sideline, what were you noticing or peeking at the most?
How I can inject myself and where I can see myself fitting in, and different sets on defense and offense that we run that I can see myself helping with. So just trying to visualize what I want to happen and try to execute as best as possible.
How much do you think you'll play?
I don't know. That's a good question. Something you'll talk to coach about. I'm just excited to be playing, but I'm following whatever the training staff and the coaching staff need me to do.
When did you know you were ready to come back? Or was it yesterday, last week? Is it...
Once I got another session of just playing, just getting physical play against some of the guys. I wanted to get a few sessions of that before I could just throw myself out there. I haven't felt pain in my knee in a couple weeks, but it's just a matter of just ramping my body up and getting used to that bump and grind of just playing the game again, just playing against defenders again. So I needed that under my belt, and I'm glad I got it. We had a great practice today, so I just keep building, man. Keep stacking days.
Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin, obviously back tomorrow, the debut. What are the things that you're just looking at in terms of him blending in and what he looking to bring him along in terms of tomorrow?
I mean, you said it. You just want to see him out there with the team. It's obviously there's excitement, there's all the stuff that goes with it. But for me, it's allowing him to blend and figure out things we do, but also learn from him based on his skill set, experience, and IQ of the game. I think it's a great opportunity for us to grow, and the most important thing is to win the game. And I think that's what we're all trying to figure out with winning the game at the highest level and doing the things that help us win games, but also understanding who he is and how to implement what he does as smoothly as we can.
Will we be on the minute?
Yes.
And with Devin, when you brought him back, the next game he didn't.
Say that again?
When Devin came back from the growing, he didn't play the next game. He played against Brooklyn, and then he didn't play the next game. Is that the same?
We don't know yet.
Okay. What are things that this process he talked about? He enjoyed the whole idea of talking to you, players, staff about what to do. How important has that been towards tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm hopefully always learning about how to not just integrate one guy, but learning more about the game. So when I talk to him, it's about experiences we both had, about a game that I watched him play, and I asked him about a certain situation, something that we do that he might not be clear on. You just spend a lot of time asking questions, and then sometimes that sparks a conversation where he's talking and I'm listening and I pick up something. So communication is so important in any setting, but especially when you bring someone like Kevin in. You want to try to pick his brain as much as possible. I don't think there's a game that he hasn't played in, from the NBA to the national team. He's played in every big game possible. So why would I not pick his brain and try to figure out a couple things that I may not be the best at?
Is that a game against you? You wanted to ask him about something he did in a game against you?
Nah. He probably, the only game that I can think of where we probably got the better of him was when Anthony Davis hit that shot in OKC. It was like a double pump three-pointer to win the game. Other than that, I don't think I've had much success against him, but we just talk about situations a ton. And a lot of it is, why did you guys play this defense against this team? We were talking about situations against, really good teams down the stretch, like what do you do? What do you think we should do? That kind of thing, so that we can all learn and be on the same page. The last thing I want to do is force something that we're not good at or not confident in, especially with a guy like Kevin.
These are defensive conversations even more than like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen him on different teams play a little bit of a different style than we do, and you want to know why, and why were you so comfortable with that, and maybe it's something that we can integrate into what we do. And so I've said this from the jump, with all these new guys, I've had to take a step back and just have an open mind about how we can play as opposed to how we play, and just forcing that onto not just Kevin, but Terrence and Bays and TJ.
Do you say, hey, let's get together and meet for an hour, or is this just he stops in your office? Like, how is that?
Just been impromptu on the floor for the most part. we communicate a lot, and I have these connections with the players, but I try to give them their free time away from the floor. But when we're in the gym, I mean, we're typically in here for 2.5 hours. So a lot of times the organic conversations just happen. And because we've all been in a number of big-time games, you just end up talking about stuff. And so a lot of the conversations are organic.
So does it help to go on a road trip, a long road trip with a new, is there a bond, people say over the years that bonding
Yeah.
happens on road trips?
I would imagine so, but not so much with me. I think once they get away from the court, they play cards, they do their thing. And I understand, when I'm here in the gym with them, that's my time and I hit them with a lot. I mean, all the new guys would probably tell you, man, this is a lot. But I'd rather hit them with a lot to figure out what we can and can't do than to not try it and take it home with me. And so when we're here, I'm all over everybody just to figure out, what we can, what we can't do, but also learn if I can.
He said he needed the time, like the practice time. He said he needed that, probably mentally as well as physically. How important was it for him to go through tough practices, long practices before they get that confidence?
Well, I think he's one of the few players I've been around that likes to practice. Most guys don't like practicing. So there's a reason why he's as good as he is. But two, as I said, we've hit them with a lot, the new guys that have come in, and we've had enough time to break down stuff, talk about why we do it, look at the film and show them what works, what doesn't work, and then listen. And you can't do that if you're not in the gym. And so when you're on the road, it sounds good to get together at the hotel and do all that stuff, but the reality is that typically doesn't happen. And for the most part, I think we all need our time away from each other, especially if we plan on being together for a long time.
What is your expectation tomorrow night, Monty? Just having him out on the floor in terms of flow, do you think there could be some uneven moments? Or do you feel like
I don't have like a expectation other than us playing hard, executing, and doing everything we can to win the game. As far as integrating Kevin, I think there's going to be times where there may be hiccups or things like that, but that happens in a normal game. So I don't think that's something that should be surprising.
Coach, when you look at even them playing Charlotte, Charlotte's playing probably the best basketball they've played all year. I think they've won 5 in a row. How that's probably going to be forgotten, but that's part of what's going on.
We just don't get into that, man. I've said this to you guys so many times. Every NBA team can play. And so if you walk into a game thinking, oh, they've lost 3 in a row, we're going to beat them, we just don't approach it that way. Charlotte's been playing well, and we understand that, but we respected them before their winning streak, just because, one, it's an NBA team, and two, Cliff is one of the best at preparing his teams, and they play hard, and they have talented guys. So I think we always have an appropriate fear of the opponent, and that's something that I learned a long time ago from Coach Pop.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.